Okay, Saxon 3 math group. Today we're ready for lesson 12, reading and writing numbers through 999. Okay, we have already done the power up, so we are ready for new concepts, and that starts on page 65 at the bottom. So let me go over a few things before we get started. It says we can write numbers using words or what? Digits. To write the names of whole numbers through 999, we need to know number words and how to put them together. Okay, ding, turn the page. They're at the top of page 66. And this is your cheat sheet, you guys. On tests, homework, from now on through the end of the book, you're allowed to come back to page 66. And that's pretty easy to remember. Last year when I taught this class, even at the very end of school, you guys, on tests, some of my kids would still look back to page 66 to make sure they were spelling things correctly. So it's not cheating, okay? It's a legal trick that you can use. So let's look. We've got 0 all the way to 100. Now we need to know how to put those together. And so what you need to know is numbers. When we get to 21, that's a two-part word, isn't it? We say 21. So if it's a two-part word, you have to use a hyphen, okay? So 21 through 99. For example, in your book, they said, okay, for example, 24. If I have to spell this out, first I spell 20. T-W-E-N-T-Y. But then I have to also put 4, don't I? Because it's a two-part number word, I have to put a hyphen. If you forget the hyphen, Jeremy, then I'll have to take points off, okay? So I really want you to remember, we use a hyphen if it's what? 21 through 99. Okay? Let's do another example. The example they gave us is 37. Tell me what to write. Okay, Shelby. 30. T-H-I-R-T-Y. Now what do I put? The hyphen. Now what do I put? 7. S-E-V-E-N. Awesome. Okay, the last one is a little trickier. It says 568. And if you go really slow, you write exactly what you say. So what should I write first? Abigail. 5. What comes out of my mouth next? The word 100. Hang on. Now, 60. Then what? Hyphen, yes. 8. E-I-G-H-T. So because this part falls between 21 and 99, we have to use a hyphen on that part. You think you can do it? Yes. I think you can too. Let's look at example 1. In your book, it's on page 66. Everybody touch it, the blue bubble where it says example 1. That'll show me that you're paying attention. Use what this time? Digits to write
275.
Good. Now remember, is there an and in there anywhere? There's not. So it says 275, so that's a piece of cake, right? 275. Where it gets tricky is when you have to use words. Everybody touch example 2. Now it says use words to name. This right here. Who will read that for me? Okay, Jeremy. And, yeah, and what's at the front? So you have to say dollars at the end, right? So you would say $384. Now we're going to go really slow. What's the first word I have to write? Okay. Let me write it up here so I don't forget. Okay, 3, and anybody can call out on this one. 300. 80. hyphen 4, and who said dollars? Good job, Shelby. You're exactly right. You can't forget that. On a test, if it asks you to do this and it's got the dollar sign and you leave off the word dollars, I'll take points off, okay? Look at how you spell dollars. You spell doll, and then it's A-R-S. Do you know what a lot of people, the mistake they make is? They put E-R-S. That is not correct, and I will count off for spelling. So spell doll, D-O-L-L-A-R-S. Got it? Okay, one more example. Oh, also notice, and when somebody yelled this out a minute ago, I heard them say $384. $384. A lot of adults do that. It's incorrect because that N stands for and. And in math, if you say and, you have to put a decimal point exactly where you say it. So if you say 300 and, you'd have to put a 3 and then a point. That's not correct, is it? Do not say and. Okay? Now, if we had cents, you would say $384 and 10 cents, wouldn't you? That's when it's okay to say and, when you really have a decimal point there. Okay, moving right along. Example 3. Touch example 3. It's at the top of the next page. Write the total amount of money shown using words and numbers. And you guys, I know this is tough because it's hard sometimes to count how many are stacked up, but I have a trick. If you look at the little corners down here, it's easier to count the corners. So how many hundreds do we have? Okay, and we've got to do this using words and numbers. So I'm going to come over here and we're going to go back and forth. So the first thing I'm going to write, we've got 2 in the hundreds place. Okay, going to make a little table to keep it all straight. How many tens do we have? 3. Jeremy, we've got 3. 3 in the tens. This is helping me keep it all straight. And how many ones?
1.
Just 1. Okay. All right. So if we write it with digits, Zachary, what do I have to do? I did this just to help me. Tell me this number in digits. Yes, 231, made up of the digits 2, 3, and 1. Now I have to spell it. What's the first thing that came out of my mouth? 2. Let's go really slow. 100. 30. Hyphen. Good. 1. Why did we do that hyphen? You're exactly right. We forgot our dollar sign here, and we'll have to put the word dollars. Why did we put that hyphen there? That's horrible, horrible underline. Here we go. Because 31 is between 21 and 99. So you have to put the hyphen there. Okay? Let's go on to some practice. Okay, it says use numbers and a dollar sign to write the following. Raise your hand if you know the answer to this one. Tell me exactly what we should put. Okay, Makylie. Okay, did you say a 6, a 2, and a 5, and what goes at the front? A dollar sign, because when you're talking about dollars, the dollar sign goes in the front. If you're just talking about cents, it goes at the end, right? Okay. Raise your hand if you can do number or letter B. Tell me exactly what digits we would need. Okay, Maddie. This one's tricky. A 2.
1 and 8.
Very close. Do we have any tens in there? No. 208. I would need a 2, a 0, and an 8, and what at the front? Dollar sign. Good. So that's tricky. Now it doesn't say use numbers. It says use what? words to write each amount, and we're going to do that. $648. Okay, who can tell me exactly which words to write? Okay, Emily.
640.
She says 600. And how do we spell 40, you guys?
Forty.
I know. That doesn't make a hill of beans sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. You would think it would be spelled like the number 4, F-O-U-R, right? But it's not. I've heard that the English language is the hardest to learn because it's so crazy. Do you agree? Okay, 640 hyphen 8. We're not finished. 648. Spell dollars. D-O-L-L-A-R-S. Very good. Now let's look at D. 706, and it doesn't have dollars, okay? 706. Tell me exactly what to write, Jeremy. Go really slow. 7, okay? 100. 6. Good. There's no and, okay? There's not even an okay? We don't say 706. We just say 706. Okay? Very nice. And one more to go. Write the amount of money shown with numbers and words. How many answers am I going to have for E? 2. It's got 2 parts. If you leave one of them out, it'll be major points off, okay? So don't leave them out. Let's first do it with numbers since that's what they mentioned first. Let's see. And they're all mixed up. Which ones do you think we should pick out first? What do you think, Abigail? Okay, how many do we have? How many hundreds? Just 1, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and write that down, and that's going to be in my hundreds spot. Then we should pick out the tens. How many tens? Okay, 2 in the tens spot. Now I've got to pick out my ones. How many? 3. Okay, so we've got it. 123. Are we finished? No, it said write it with numbers and words. Tell me exactly what words to write, Sydney. 100. 20. Hyphen 3. Awesome job. Okay, I do believe you guys are ready.